into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be as bad, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Fits me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody had a great day. Some of y'all went back to work today. Unfortunately, some of y'all had to work on Memorial Day, but I hope for everybody, you guys are back at work and had a great Tuesday. Don't forget to get your Black Girl vitamins, baby. I just had to re-up this weekend myself. I had ran out of, and they had sold out of the magnesium, and I love the magnesium, so I have to check this weekend and see if they done got up. But make sure that you guys get your Black Girl vitamins. And with that being said, let's get this party started. Oh, Lord. All the troublemakers are here. I see all my troublemakers are here, honey. All my troublemakers are in the room. All right. Before we even get started,
I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Don is in the house. I see he is already coming in and getting y'all together. I got my troublemaker in the chat. Cajun. I got JB. What's up, boo? In the chat. Let me say hi to everybody else. They go my troublemaker. Well, JB not no troublemaker. And Don not. It's just Cajun is the troublemaker. Hey, Malicia. Hey, Tan, Sharon, Amber, Corray, Tawana, B-Lo, J Diva, Rock Chick, Lock Queen, Universal Goddess, Diva, 84 Smith, Universal Goddess. Is it Yemi Suarez? Hey, boo. Mimi, Marnie, Chuck, hey, boo. Quake, there go my girl. I played your music for you. Yana. Cruiser is the reason why I was 2 minutes late. Blame her. What's up, Diamond Pearl? Hey, Tracy Wilson, Katrina, what's going on? Vintage. Hey, Brown Mama. Hey, you guys. Lovely 31. Crazy Homebody Girl. All right, let me see. Miss Bay thing. I think we almost got to the end, y'all. Hold on. I think we almost there. Lovely Nola, Santavia, Montrez. Nikki, what's going on? Hey, Ray Ray. All right, I think we almost at the bottom, y'all. That lady, 1982, Ms. D. Itty bitty. What's up, Smoke? Magnesium does help with leg cramps. It does. It helps you with your sleeping, too. It's been really great with my sleeping. Tracy, you know what? I don't know where Tracy is. I don't know if Tracy's not getting the notifications or if she's working. But Don here, if y'all want to open up the bar, Don can open up the bar. Hey, G. Smith, Trace, Tiffany Blue, Shar, Lori C, Melly, Candy Loves TV, Fran. All right, y'all. I think I'm a cross-country cruiser. Yes. All right. I think I made it to the bottom. If I missed you, charge it to my head and not my heart. Baby, we are already 141 strong. So come on in, hit that like button. Let's get comfortable. If you are new here, come on and get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in. Let me text Tracy right now because Tracy might not know we live, honey. Let me text her. That girl, we live. I'm saying, in case you didn't get your notification, the people are looking for you to open up the bar, honey. In case you didn't get your notification. Notification. Lord, my fat finger sometimes be hitting the wrong letters. The people are waiting for you to open the bar. Okay. Make sure you get them drink package. Yes, honey. Listen, I haven't gotten my drink package yet, but y'all have a good time. I mean, I would again if you don't really have the money right now to buy your drink packages and stuff when those sales come about, don't stress yourself. The sale will come back around. I think Cruz, if you still here, I think 35% is the cheapest we've seen the drink packages. So if you see it cheaper than 35%, jump on it. But I think 35% is the cheapest I think I've seen it. Other things go below 35%. Hurry up, they're on sale and the price is good. What's the percentage? Look at Tracy. I said, because baby, they was looking for you. Tracy, they said, where are my drinks? I said, let me text Tracy because I know she ain't been getting her notifications. See? Side note, does anyone think most of the guys on the Shy look good? Oh, I don't watch the Shy, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you, baby. That's one of those shows I do want to go back and get caught up on. I do want to watch the Shy, but I don't watch the Shy. All right. Ciao. Light. Give me the light. Boy, me and these ring lights, honey. I just feel like I'm dark. Okay. Let's get into it, y'all. So first of all, let me give y'all an update on what we have going on. We're about halfway through the year. Almost. We are almost halfway through the year, y'all. And we are doing really, really, really well. We have goals for our 2 channels for this year. So for ReallyBTV, the channel you guys are on right now, our goal is 20,000 subscribers. We are only 1,055 subscribers away for our goal for 2026. Well, 2025. So we are really, really, really close, y'all. We are really close. Thank you, Remy Ma Papoose. Thank you, T.S. Madison and Kaya, because I have definitely gained some subscribers over the last week. So thank y'all. Over on the ReallyBTV Reviews channel, we want to get to 5,000 by the end of the year. So we are at 2,641. So I just want to periodically give y'all an update because we've been gaining some subscribers. So I just want to let y'all know where we were, honey. And we are really trying to get the watch time hours up over on the Teacher Project 2.0. And I keep forgetting to plug it on the Whether You Like It or Not panel, but we're going to get it together. So that's where we are, you guys. That's where we are. Okay. Your granny was calling it the chi. Okay. With that being said, let's move on from there. So listen, y'all. Last night, right, I'm one more scandal away. Right, I'm about 3 more scandals away, but we're going to get it. We're going to get it. Hey, Spicy Original. How you doing, boo? And baby, you know what I have come to realize that the angrier y'all are at me and when I say y'all, I mean the people. Y'all ain't talking about y'all. The angrier that y'all seem to get at me in the comments, those are usually my more popular videos. I know Don had a video go viral last week, and he said they was in his DMs calling him everything but a child of God, but the video went viral. So I feel like that's just par for the course, right? The more popular the video is, for some reason, y'all just don't seem to agree with me. And y'all feel the need to have to tell me. Okay, the bar is open. And there is Tracy right there. Tracy said, we have peach old fashioned, a grapefruit paloma, and a Bellini flight, blackberry, pomegranate, and cherry. Okay, listen, I'm going to have to do both of those because I want to try that Bellini flight, but y'all know I'm going to got to get my old fashioned. Cajun, if you put your birthday in this chat one more time, remember, you're not a mod over here. The Whether You Like It or Not panel last child, they was cutting up last night, weren't they? We was cutting up. Oh, thank you, Cross Country Cruiser. Thank you for the super chat. Said, I'm going under the knife again tomorrow. I'm going to arrive at the hospital at 8:30 for total knee replacement. Keep me in your prayers. And thank you. Baby, I'm going to definitely keep you in my prayers. Listen, you know, my dad just had both of his knees replaced. That's what was going on with my dad last year. So I definitely understand. Listen, we're going to definitely, I'm going to send you prayers first thing in the morning when I wake up. I'm going to say a prayer for you because by the time I wake up, you're going to already be at the hospital, going through the prep. And, you know, I'm going to pray that everything goes well. They're going to have you up and walking around because that's one thing they don't play. They're going to have you up and walking around by tomorrow afternoon. So we are going to keep positive thoughts and positive vibes for you. Okay, my boo? And thank you for the super chat. Child, you had to super chat me to tell me that. But thank you. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much, Yemi Suarez. Thank you so much. Yes, we speak healing and all is well. Absolutely. Absolutely we do. We definitely do. We definitely do. Child, somebody was complaining over to the Whether You Like It or Not panel. They said that we blocked them because they have a difference of opinion. No, you didn't get blocked because you have a difference of opinion. You got blocked because you were rude. See, here's the thing. And I ain't even had nothing to do with it. I don't know who blocked that lady over at y'all's chat yesterday, but one of y'all blocked that lady over at y'all's chat. See, when you say stuff like, when we were talking about Phaedra, and you say stuff in the chat like, what did that lady say? When you say stuff like, nobody took what Phaedra said seriously. Y'all just need to get over it. And then somebody else, the same lady said, I guess that wasn't enough. So the lady said, well, she back, so y'all just gonna have to deal with it. And then I feel like she said something along the lines of us kissing Candy's ass or something along those lines. Here's the thing. None of us told the mods to block you, ma'am. None of us told whoever, and you might be in the bushes, you might not, but I'm gonna just say this, and nobody told the mods to block you. But one thing I will say, and for all of my content creators that are in the chat right now, y'all can, I saw JB, I saw Don, I saw Cruiser. One thing is for sure, and two things are for certain. What you have to do is have mods that understand what it is that you want and what you don't want on your channel, and you have to respect your mod's decision. That is why I don't make just anybody a mod. As much as people want to be a mod, it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. But I have to be comfortable with who I am putting in charge of my channel, right? And so whoever blocked that person felt like they were being disrespectful to the panel. Now, this is what I'm going to also say. Baby, that lady has already been blocked on my channel, Scotty's channel, and probably T's channel. So you only could speak in y'all and Sakina's chat. You need to calm down. Anyway, baby, they told me today, somebody left a comment under my Kaya T.S. Madison video, told me a real woman would have a problem with T.S. Madison. Any real woman that doesn't have a problem with T.S. Madison is a joke. I said, well, I guess I'm a joke because I love T.S. Madison. But I just had to learn, y'all, that those videos, the videos that I get the most views on, generally tend to be the people that disagree with me the most. I don't understand why the people that want to say something negative find the energy to respond. It's so funny to me. But anyway, moving on. No, that's not who it was. It was, what's her name? Ren. I'm going to tell y'all who it was, child, because I don't care. Who was that lady? Because I already know, because I believe that's the lady that came at me about colorism, and I blocked her a long time ago. I believe it's the same lady that said something to me about colorism, and she tried to come at me about colorism. Y'all remember who watched the Whether You Like It or Not panel? Y'all remember that time I went off on that lady who tried to come at me about colorism, and they gave me the full screen, and I went off on that lady. It was her. So that, baby, that's been a minute. So you've been trolling us for a minute. You saw her, Nikki. Yeah, she was cutting up. And I didn't know she had got blocked. Because, again, I ain't block her. Anyway, I don't even know how we got off on that topic. I ain't trying to talk about that lady. Let me get to my notes, child. We got a few little small things to get to, baby. We got two big stories that I want to get to. You thought it was a man that said, maybe it was a man. No. It was a woman. Stalker, right. Exactly, Chuck. I gave y'all the open panel yesterday to tell me what T.S. Madison said that was so nasty and negative against women. And I dropped the link. Nobody came up and said nothing. All right, so let me do this. So the AMAs were last night. Now, I've told y'all a long time ago that I have outgrown award shows. That's just the fact of it. Some things you just have to outgrow. You know, you just not have to grow, but some things you just outgrow. I have outgrown award shows because and the only reason why I watched the AMAs last night, and to be honest with y'all, is because of Janet. Because Janet was getting the Icon Award and I wanted to see Janet. Okay. So I said, well, let me just go ahead and let me just go through. So I'm going to give y'all a little bit of a review. And I know some of what I'm going to say y'all might not like, but y'all know I love y'all. Anyway. Okay. Tracy said, I don't care what TS said to Kai, that bullet will not hit me. TS put a name on it. Well, that's true. Yes. So first of all, it was hosted by J-Lo. Now, I know some of y'all ain't going to like what I'm about to say, and some of y'all ain't going to agree with what I'm about to say, but I am old school, okay? I am from the old school days of music awards, okay? I remember when the American Music Awards were hosted by Diana Ross and Lionel Richie. I remember when we used to get a full-on concert before the award shows even started, because when you had a host like Lionel Richie at the height of his career and Diana Ross, who is an icon, okay, Diana Ross is going to give you a performance. Lionel Richie is going to give you a little all night long before he gets started. Let me tell you something. I remember those days. So I know that J-Lo ain't everybody's favorite. And I know that we clown J-Lo because, you know, shit, she J-Lo, right? I get it. I get it. But let me tell y'all something. J-Lo gave us an opening performance last night. J-Lo gave us an opening performance last night. Now, y'all ain't got to like J-Lo. But what we going to do is say J-Lo gave us an opening performance. Okay, J-Lo is 60 years. Y'all know I make everybody 60 years old. J-Lo is 60 years old. And she gave us a nonstop 10-minute performance where she did a medley of like the top songs of 2025. A lot of the songs that were nominated for awards. Baby, that is a host. Okay? That is a host. She gave us what she knew how to give us. Okay? She didn't get up there and try to do a monologue and try to tell corny ass jokes. She said, that is not the J-Lo. That is not what got me Jenny from the block. Okay. That is not Jenny from the block. I'm going to give y'all the best that I got. I'm going to put on this good bodysuit and I'm going to give y'all a good medley of the top songs. No, she did a little yang yang at the beginning. Just fast forward through that. Just fast forward through that. Fast forward through that first part where she got the microphone in her hand. That's when she was singing. You don't want that part. Fast forward to the part where she just get the dancing. Okay? She gave us a little country two-step when she did Shabuzi. You know, she gave us a little Latino action. You see what I'm saying? She tried to give us a little Kendrick Lamar. She gave us a little hip-hop. Okay? She gave us an opening performance, and I was here for it. Now, we don't have to like her music, but we're not going to take nothing away from Jenny from the block. Jenny from the block going to give us a bop. And she gave us 10 minutes of a nice little medley. And she added a little bit of this and a little bit of that. She gave us Kendrick. She gave us Shabuzi. She gave us a little bit of everything. Okay? Now, I didn't say she was singing. I said she was giving. Listen, y'all going to listen to what I be telling y'all. Stop asking for the extra shit. Okay, I told y'all what. Oh, the kiss child. She was just trying to be controversial. Thank you for bringing that up, Miss Gigi. But my only complaint is, Jenny. Hey, girl. Listen, I need nobody else to try to do the kissing the kissing thing. Britney did it 20 years ago, and nobody will ever top that. Britney, Madonna, Christina Aguilera gave us the kiss down to the MTV Awards 20 years ago. Nobody's going to top that. Nobody's going to top that. So I need y'all, just let it go. You know, just let it go. she did try to, do the whole kissing thing. She kissed her dancers, a man and a woman, and one looked like they might have been transgender, but I don't want to be disrespectful, and I don't want to say that they were or they were not. So I don't want to be disrespectful, but I felt they looked like they might have been. I don't know, but neither here nor there. Girl, that's not shocking anymore. So that's the only criticism I would say is, girl, just take that out. Just take that out. Right, Madonna did it. It's some things just, unless you're doing a nod to, like, if you were doing a Madonna medley and you did the kiss, then chef's kiss. Because if you're going to talk about iconic Madonna moments, that was the iconic moment, right? But if you're just trying to throw it in there because you're trying to get a shock value, baby, you can't shock us. You can't shock us. Madonna, you cannot outdo what Madonna did. When Madonna did that kiss with Britney Spears and Jennifer and Christina Aguilera, there was so many layers to that kiss. First of all, it was just shocking that you had 3 women down to the stage kissing. That's number one. Number two, you had 3 women that was at the top of their game at the time. They were the Holy Trinity at the time. Britney Spears, Madonna, and Christina Aguilera. And then you got to add the layer that you had the whole Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears rivalry thing. You see what I'm saying? Was that the motive? Kim, I don't know what the motive was, but it just, for me, it fell flat. But I don't, it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal. Was Christina in that kiss? Christina was on stage when the kiss happened. That's what I'm saying. I think she did kiss Christina too. I feel like she kissed both of them. Somebody go to the Google machine and fact check me on that. I feel like she kissed both of them, but I could be wrong. Okay. Next we had Tiffany Haddish came out and gave the first award. Is she uncanceled? I just need to know. Is she uncanceled? She did kiss. I thought she did. Thank you, Rock Chick. Is she did we uncancel Tiffany Haddish? Because she gave out the first award. Y'all let me know. Let me know if she's off the cancel list. I just need to know if we uncanceled Tiffany Haddish. Okay, moving right along. Next, no, we didn't. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, moving right along. All right, I didn't think we had uncanceled her. I didn't know. I mean, she gave out the first award. I didn't know we had uncanceled her. So we did not. Okay, all right, moving right along. She's still canceled. Cool. Then we saw Blake Shelton. Now, is it me? And I need y'all to be honest with me right now. We need to have a serious tribe moment right now. We need to have a serious tribe moment right now. I need y'all to be honest with me. Am I the only one? Every time I see a country singer, I feel like they MAGA. Am I the only one that just automatically puts them in the MAGA category? Am I the only one that does that? I'm sitting here looking. First of all, you're right, Nikki. First of all, Blake Shelton showed up like he just remembered he was supposed to perform. He had on that button-up checkered shirt and jeans. You see what I'm saying? He really looked like he just woke up and was like, oh, shit. I'm supposed to show up and sing down to the American Music Awards. Fuck. Like, I feel like he forgot. But I'm looking at Blake. Yeah, I know he's MAGA. I know. And that's what I found out, which I was very disappointed to find out. Not surprised, but disappointed. But am I the only one that just, every time I look at a country singer, I just think MAGA? And I know that's not fair. I know that is not fair. But listen, it's in my mind. Okay, I'm not the only one. Now, I have been looking at, no, I know all of them aren't, Chuck. I'm just saying, and my mind automatically goes there. I know Dolly's not, but my mind automatically goes there, and I know that's not. It was last night. Now, I have been looking at Willie Nelson too high. He don't remember. He too high to know what he is, child. He don't know what he is. But I'm joking. But I got you. And I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. We're going to get to Gwen Stefani in a minute, below. Hold on. Hold your pen in that one. We're going to get to that. But I have been looking at the Lifetime documentary on the Judds. I love the Judds. Am I the only one that loved the Judds growing up? First of all, I love country music. I really do love country music. And I remember I grew up listening to a lot, Barbara Mandrell, the Oak Ridge Boys, Kenny Rogers, Loretta Lynn. I love country music. I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all the truth. And so I love the Judds. Like, I loved it. Baby, Mama, he's crazy. That was my shit. I still love that song. That song is still on my hit list. Okay. I will put on Mama, he's crazy in a minute. Love me some Judds, right? Now, I remember when they made a Judds biopic, remember they used to have the movie of the weeks. I remember when they had that little movie of the week, and I remember them talking, it addressed the fact that they used to fight all the time, that they didn't get along, and this, that, and the other. Well, last year, unfortunately, or was it the year before last? Unfortunately, Naomi Judd took her own life. And a lot of us were shocked. I don't want to speak for myself. I was shocked because I was like, what? And so the documentary is really good, y'all. It's on Lifetime. It's on Lifetime. So if y'all really like the Judds, go watch it. But it is so heartbreaking. Because when you really understand how complex, like it's not easy. Like, it's not a simple 1-2. Like, oh, they had this mother-daughter thing. It's so much more complicated. Their relationship, Ashley Judd's relationship, it's so much more complicated. And it is so painful to watch them go through talking about their mother and being respectful of their mother's memory, but tell their truth at the same time. Baby, that thing is good. It's so good. If y'all, I'm telling you, catch it. It's so good. Part 3 and 4 are the hardest. Because, and when we talk about Diddy, I'm going to come back around to this. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say it now because I ain't going to spend a whole lot of time on Diddy, child. I just ain't. There's a part, I want to say it's part 3. No, it's part 4. It's part 4 because I'm almost done. When they talk about their trauma, all 3 of those women, Naomi, Winona, and Ashley, all 3 of those women were violated. They were violated. Naomi, Love Can Build a Bridge is good too. That was the movie. That was the name of the movie. Okay. Naomi was violated after her divorce. After she divorced their father, she was violated, and I'm going to come back around to that too. But she was violated by a boyfriend at the time. And of course, this was the 1960s, late 1960s. So of course, she did call the police and all of that, but she never dealt with it. She never processed it, right? Winona was violated as a child. Ashley, now I'm going to say this, and this is going to connect to Diddy. I need y'all to hear me when I'm getting ready to tell y'all what I'm getting ready to say. And it does, but it doesn't. But I'm going to just say it anyway. Ashley Judd was a model, right? She got this modeling contract when she was 14, 15 years old. Mother let her go over to Japan for a summer, for like this summer internship by herself. This young lady was violated multiple times while she was in Japan. And she wrote about it in her diary. And when she came home, her mother read her diary. And what her mother heard, or what translated in her mother's mind was, she said her mother climbed in the bed next to her and put her arms around her and hugged her. And her mother said, I read about you and your boyfriend. because what translated in her mind was Ashley had a boyfriend for the summer, not that this grown ass man violated her child, her 14-year-old child. And you guys have to watch it because she's very sensitive about, no, he was French actually. She's very sensitive about how she discusses her experience and still respects her mother, right? But what she said was later on, her and her mother were able to talk that out, and her mother was able to understand that that wasn't a boyfriend. But in the moment, that is where her mother went, because you just have to hear her explain it, but because of her own mindset at the time, right? But they were able in later years to talk it out. But they talk about what the things that really went down with them and how deep it went. It wasn't just a mother-daughter argument. Like, they used to get into fist fights. Naomi and Winona used to get into fist fights. Like, it was bad. And of course, this was before the 24-hour news cycle and Instagram and blogs. Like, if this was going on today, it would be all over the news. But of course, they were able to keep a lot of it under wraps because you had to just kind of be. They said they talked about one time they were performing at like this little honky tonk, and they were on the bus fighting, and they were literally throwing their clothes out of the window. They were throwing each other's clothes out of the window. And their manager had to pull them aside and say, y'all career is going to be over before it gets started. Because if this gets out, that y'all get on stage and act like y'all the best of friends, but y'all back here fighting like cats and dogs, your career going to be over before it gets started. And I can only imagine in 2025 how that would hit the blogs or TMZ or something like that. Exactly, Lauren. Exactly. It's on Lifetime. It came on Lifetime. So if you type in, I think it's called Naomi. If you just type in the Judds, it'll pop up. But it's something like, I can tell you right now. Hold on. Let me look at my DVR because I'm still on part 4. I haven't deleted it yet. I'm still on part 4. It's called The Judd Family Truth Be Told. That's what it's called. It's called The Judd Family Truth Be Told. But they tell their truth, but they're very honest but sensitive at the same time. Because baby, that mama was a trip. Naomi was a trip. And you read between the lines, you realize they're very careful not to come right out and call their mama a liar. But baby, their mama was a liar. Naomi Judd was a liar. She lied about their background to make them sound like they were more poor than what they were, so they could like live into that like country music. I'm coal mine, like, you know, Loretta Lynn's coal miner's daughter kind of. I came from the hills of Kentucky. Baby, Naomi Judd was a whole debutante. Child, she was a whole debutante. Okay, but it's good. It's really, really, really good. But it's hard. Part 1 and part 2 is pretty okay. Part 3 is where they get into the trauma and stuff. It gets a little harder. In part 3. And then for those of y'all who know, you know, Winona had a drinking problem for a while. And of course, an eating issue for a while. And she talks about where a lot of that came from. If you pay attention to Winona, most of the time, Winona Judd is fully covered. Clothes come up to her neck. Clothes come all the way down to her cuffs. And she said because for a long time, she said that's even why she used to eat the way she did, because she didn't want to be attractive. Because of her being violated, she never wanted to be seen as a sex symbol or seen sexy. She said, because I wanted to just shrink back. I didn't want to be, you know, because in her mind, that's opening up the door for her to be violated, you know. So it's a lot, y'all. It's really good. But I say all that to say this. As I was watching it, going back to what I was saying, see, I know I went left, but I knew where I was going with it. But as I was watching it, if I had known y'all was interested in it, I would have came down here and talked about it and did a whole review on it. Nope, she's not. See, that's the thing. She's not a stud. Well, at least she did. Put like this. She ain't share that. When Winona found out Ashley's dad wasn't her dad. No, it's the other way around. Winona found out that her dad wasn't her dad. Ashley's dad is the guy that raised her. So Naomi got married. She was a teenage mother, and she got married to a guy by the name of Michael. Michael, they grew up thinking that Michael was their biological father. They found out after Naomi wrote her first book. After she wrote her first biography or autobiography, one of these reporters said, wait a minute, 1 + 1 ain't equaling 2. And they found out that the guy that they grew up thinking was both of their father was not their father. And that led to a lot of Winona's alcoholism and all of that during that time period was when all of that happened. And baby, y'all want me to do a full review? Because I feel like I'm doing a full review now. Okay, we'll do a full review on the review channel. We'll do one. Now I got to go back and look at part 1 and part 2 so I can take notes. But I'll do it. But yeah, that's who it was. She thought, yeah. Okay, y'all want one? Okay, we'll do it. Now I got to go back and do some notes. Okay. So y'all homework is to go watch it. It's on Lifetime. Or you could just wait for me. Okay. But I say all that to say this. Last night I was watching part 3 and part 4. And I'm not even finished part 4, but I'm going to go back and watch part 1 and part 2. Y'all, as I was watching it, I remember thinking, damn, I hope I'm not going to have to hate the Judds. I hope I'm not going to find out that they MAGA. And I promise you, Lifetime must have been reading my mind because I literally was watching it going, because I was like, now I need to go and download their greatest hits. Because now I'm thinking about all the songs I used to like. I said, I need to go back. Now I'm going to have to go get their greatest hits. And just as I was thinking, but I don't know. Are they MAGA? Like in my mind, I'm watching it thinking, are they MAGA? Baby. Just as I was thinking that in my head, the documentary addressed it. The documentary said, a lot of people would think that Winona had conservative views, but she didn't. I said, okay, thank you. That's what I needed to hear. I don't even care if they lied to me. That's fine. I'm here for it. But of course, the Judds became popular in the 1980s during, the Reagan years and the whole respectability politics and all of that. So they couldn't really be too open and free about how liberal they were. But they said that Naomi was very liberal. But Naomi was a hippie at one point in time, even though a lot of the hippies turned out to be the yuppies of the 1980s that were very conservative. But yeah, didn't they cancel the Judds for standing up for rights and equality? I didn't know if they did that or not. You watched it twice, Chanel? Okay, I'm gonna watch it, y'all. I'm gonna go back and watch it again from the beginning so I can take notes. Right. So, but I'm telling y'all, because going back to what we were just saying about Blake Shelton, like I just gotta check. I gotta check. So I said all that to say that. Okay, back to the AMA. All right, we're gonna do the Judds. I didn't think y'all would care. If I knew y'all would care, we could have done this last weekend, child. Okay, it's hot in here. I'm gonna have to turn my air on. Ooh, it's hot. Okay. Then somebody by the name of Benson Boone performed. I don't know who that is. All I know is he looked like a 1970s porn star. He had that whole mustache thing working. I didn't know what he was doing. Don't know him. Lainey Wilson performed. Again, country. Don't know her. Whatever. Then Gwen Stefani performed. And I had to sit there and say to myself, you love Benson Boone? I don't know who he is. Do I need to, Bap, I trust your judgment. Do I need to go find some of his music? Because Bap, I trust you. Hold on, y'all. I got to turn my air on. I don't know if it's this light that's in my face or what, but baby, I am burning up. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me go turn my air. Lord, I forgot to change my profile picture from last night. Hey, Angela. Hey, boo. All right, it's 265 of y'all in here. Do we need to get Don to lock the doors? Do we need to get Don to close the doors? We good? Are we good? Okay. So Gwen Stefani is another one because I'm told that she's MAGA now. Now I know she married to Blake Shelton and he's MAGA, but again, I couldn't even enjoy her performance. And when I tell you I used to love me some Gwen Stefani, I love me some Gwen Stefani, but I couldn't even enjoy it. Can we talk about The Secret Life of Mormon Wives? I don't watch it. Let me tell you something. I tried to watch it because, baby, I watched the first episode and a half, and I couldn't. First of all, can I tell y'all a little secret? And this might sound very insensitive of me. Very insensitive of me what I'm about to say, but I y'all know my heart. And thank you for the super chat, Chanel. Y'all know my heart. All them white women was looking alike to me. And it was really hard for me to take notes. Very hard for me to take notes on a show where all the people look alike. So I was trying to watch The Secret Life of Mormon Wives, and I watched like the first episode and a half, and I promise you, all them white women look alike to me. So I couldn't do it. I just stopped. Because everybody was telling me how good it was. I could. So I know Abby and Kiss My Cheeks are reviewing The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. If you want to just hear a good review, y'all can go check them out. But I honestly, it's hard for me to take notes like that because I don't know who these people are. The only person I remember is the one that was on tape beating up her boyfriend that was drunk. That's the only one I remember. I just remember it was a bunch of wives. They were all Mormons during the pandemic. They became TikTok sensations and they were swapping husbands. And that's all I remember. But Abby and Kiss My Cheeks are reviewing it. So if you're not subscribed to Abby, can one of y'all drop Abby's link and Kiss My Cheeks link for me, please? If y'all want to find somebody that's reviewing it. Baby, I love me some Gwen Stefani. Baby, I love me some Gwen Stefani, honey. Yes, Tragic Kingdom was my shit. And I used to feel bad for her because that boy broke up with her. I remember their Behind the Music. Y'all remember the Behind the Music on VH1? I remember when they did a Behind the Music on VH1. And I remember when they was talking about that song, Don't Speak. She wrote that song after her and that boy broke up. That boy that was in the band broke up with her. And that was her love song. Child. Don't speak. Know just what you're feeling. That was my song. And then when she came up with her solo song, I loved her solo album. But I just got to push it to this. So she performed, and all I can say about that was lay off the lip fillers. Because when they showed her, when she won her award 20 years ago, and then they showed her perform, all I saw was how big her lips were. That's all I saw. Anyway, then Janet Jackson performed. Okay. Y'all know how I feel about Janet. Y'all know how I feel about Janet. I stand Janet Jackson. I have seen Janet Jackson in concert 3, maybe 4 times. If I think real hard, 1, 2, 3. No. 3. Okay. I have seen Janet Jackson in concert 3 times. Okay. But let me tell you. Janet said, I'm gonna cut this little 10 minutes out of my Vegas residency, and I'm gonna come down to the AMAs. I'm gonna give y'all the same backdrop. I'm gonna give y'all that little medley I do in my Vegas residency, and that's what y'all gonna get. And I'm gonna take my award and I'm gonna go the fuck home. That's what Janet did. Janet said, listen, okay, y'all banned me from TV after Justin exposed me down to the Super Bowl 20 years ago. Okay, y'all said y'all didn't want me back. Y'all banned me from the Grammys. Y'all banned me from CBS. Banned her all these years, and now you want to invite me back for the Icon Award? Okay, watch what I'm gonna do. I got this good Vegas residency. I'm gonna give y'all. That's probably the same damn outfit she wear when she do that section of the concert. She said, "I'm gonna give y'all this good one too. I'm gonna give y'all this good medley." Okay. And I'm going to take my award and I'm going to go home. Listen, and I ain't mad at you, Janet. I'm not even mad at you. You know why? Because they did you dirty, okay? They did you dirty, Janet. Justin Timberlake didn't get banned, and Justin Timberlake is the one that ripped the damn bra off. But no, they ain't had nothing to do with Justin Timberlake. They punished you, okay? And so I'm not mad at Janet. I'm not mad at Janet for giving y'all the 1-2. I'm not mad about that at all. Okay, and let me tell you how I know what Janet did. Because I saw Janet in concert last summer. And that's the same. Baby, I feel like that's the same damn medley she had at the concert last summer. Because if you see Janet's whole concert, here's the reason why I know that all she did was cut out the middle section of her concert and give y'all that good little 10-1-2. Because those weren't even her biggest hits that she gave y'all. She gave y'all All For You and a few little boom, boom, bams. She ain't give you Nasty. She ain't give you I Get So Lonely. She ain't give you When I Think of You. She didn't give you Rhythm Nation. She didn't give you, what's the other song I'm trying to remember off the top of my head? She didn't give you the hits. She gave you that little intermission, you know, that little 1-2. I'm going to give you a few clips of my fast songs. And then, I said, Janet, you ain't shit. That's why I was sitting there watching. I said, Janet, you ain't shit. And I wasn't even mad. Yeah, she didn't give you If. She did not. Let me tell you what else she did not even give you. She didn't even give you any of her more famous dance moves. She didn't give you the If breakdown. She didn't give you the Nasty breakdown. She didn't give you the What Have You Done For Me Lately breakdown. She didn't give you the I Get So Lonely breakdown. She didn't give you what's the other one that, damn, why I keep forgetting the ones I want to say because I'm going too fast. She did not give you Nasty. That's the one. Thank you, Kim. That's the one. She did not give you her most famous dance breaks. She gave you a couple of 1-2s. And I ain't mad at her. I'm not mad about it at all. Let me tell you something. As a no pleasure principle, none of that. As a Janet Jackson stan, I approve. Listen, quiet as kept, loud as it is. That's what Beyonce gonna give y'all in 20 years. Quiet as it's kept and loud as it is. In 20 years, when Beyonce come out of retirement to get an award, that's what y'all gonna get. So go, just all y'all Beehive, just go to all the concerts you can go to right now. Because that's what y'all, Miss You Much. There you go. That's what y'all gonna get. That's what y'all gonna get. And I ain't even mad at Janet. Janet said, kiss my ass. Beyonce is already sick of y'all. But that's what y'all gonna get. Right, Black Cat. And I just saw, like I said, when I said I just saw Janet in concert, Janet did all of that. She did all of her more famous dance breakdowns. And even with the chair, of course, she didn't do the whole chair, but her dancers did. She did enough of it. She did enough of it to be like, oh, Janet gave us the dance break. But her dancers did the whole chair routine. Wait a minute, hold on. Sir James is a Janet stan. Hold on, let me see what he said, because he is definitely, now you want to talk about a Janet stan. Sir James is a Janet stan. Let me see what he said. He said, it definitely really be. She just added something to Call My Love because it's a hit now on TikTok. The performance was lackluster, but okay, I ain't mad either. This wasn't even a tribute pack. You better say it again for the people in the back. See, that's what I'm saying. And he's a stan. He probably done seen Janet in concert 50 times. He's a stan. He know what I mean. If you saw Janet's last tour, you saw that performance last night. You know what? I'm trying to get to forever. I do need to get to forever, you guys. Y'all know the last couple of weeks I've been traveling and stuff like that. So I am going to do forever. I want to do forever, but I'm trying to get to it. And right now it's slowed down because I really don't have anything to review. So maybe I'll get to forever this week. Because Love After Lockup is done. Power is done. Love and Marriage Detroit is done. And I think this is the last episode of Never Ever Meets. I think it's either this is the last week or it's only 2 weeks left. So right now I only have 2 shows right now that I'm actually reviewing, right? They just extended her Vegas residency. Yes, they just extended her Vegas residency. Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, y'all better get out there to Vegas. They just extended her residency. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. After Janet performed, I honestly fast forwarded through most of it. I caught Gloria Estefan, and I feel the same way about Gloria Estefan. Gloria Estefan, 70 years old. She said, "I'm gonna give y'all this good rhythm. It's gonna get you. I'm gonna give you a couple of little gyrations, and then I'm good. I'm out." And that's what Gloria Estefan gave us. But I love Gloria. Okay, I absolutely love Gloria Estefan. Okay, let me tell you what I want to hear Gloria Estefan give me. I want Coming Out of the Dark. They extended it, so somebody buying the tickets. They just extended her residency, so somebody buying them tickets. I want to hear. Let me tell you something. For those of y'all who do not remember, people who are in my age group, and her husband looked good too. Emilio looks really good. For those of you in my age group, y'all are going to remember this. I remember when Gloria Estefan. Well, I remember when they first came out. But I remember when they got into that accident, when the tour bus got into that accident, and she basically broke her back. And I remember when she came out and performed Coming Out of the Dark after the accident. Bitch. See, that's when we used to get performances. You could probably find it on YouTube. Baby, when I say the tears were streaming down my eyes, because again, this was before the 24-hour news cycle. So we got what they gave us. So all we heard was she broke her back and how bad it was. And then her first big song afterwards was a song talking about coming out of the dark. And you got to hear them lyrics. Bitch. See, that's what I wanted. Don't get me wrong. I'm here for the rhythm is going to get you. That's that old school, Gloria Estefan, Miami Sound Machine. Absolutely. But baby, that thing right there did something to my soul. Are they MAGA? I don't know if they MAGA. You got to be careful about them Florida Cubans. No disrespect, but you got to be careful about them Florida Cubans. So I honestly don't know. I do not know. Yeah, when she did Coming Out, and I remember the whole it was quiet. I mean, it was dark. It was dark. And then I remember and all it was like one little light on her singing the first part. And when she got to the chorus, Coming Out of the Dark, boom! I said, yes. Didn't she date? No, you're thinking about you either thinking about Sheila E. or you're thinking about Sheena Easton. That you either thinking about Sheila E. or Sheena Easton. Both of them dated Prince. But no, she's always been with Emilio. Who, DB? Gloria Estefan is rude or Florida Cubans are rude? Oh, she definitely gives you a show. Buzzworthy, hey, boo. No, she definitely gives you a show. But I'm talking about, she listen, I told y'all when I went to go see Janet back in Baltimore, it's going to give you a show. It's going, okay, Florida Cubans, okay. Thank you for gifting memberships. Hold on, let me see who got them. Congratulations for the 5 people that got gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Let me see who got the memberships. Please congratulate Yemi in the chat if you received a gifted membership. Thank you so much, my love. Oh, it looks like it's an update in the Bishop T.D. Jakes lawsuit, child. We're going to have to go look for it. Tracy, you here? We got to go look for the Bishop T.D. Jakes, the update on the lawsuit, honey. Looks like there's an update. St. James is live talking about it. We're going. Okay, congratulations to Katrina, Miss Kiki, Integrity, the Tea Lounge, and Lock Queen. Congratulations, you guys, for being gifted memberships. I remember that performance. She definitely could have sang coming out of. Yeah, I wish she had done that. But let me tell you what else I feel like. It's not a big one. Okay, don't worry about it then. Also, I feel like it was rushed. Because normally for these award shows, they always go over their 2 hours. They always go over 2 hours. Baby, this thing didn't even last 2 hours. It was under 2 hours. It was under 2 hours. So I do feel like it was rushed because I feel like they could have gave me a little bit more with Gloria and Stefan, to be honest with you. I feel like they could have gave me a little bit more. Okay. Then I fast forwarded again. And I stopped at Rod Stewart. Now listen, I love me some Rod Stewart. And I think he's retiring or he retired, but I love me some Rod Stewart. I really didn't expect him to perform because wasn't he sick a while ago? I really felt like Rod Stewart was sick. I can't keep up, y'all. I thought Rod Stewart was sick. But when I tell you I love me some Rod Stewart, and his little ass is still jumping around on stage like he's 15. And he got to be 70. I know I always make people older than they are, but Rod Stewart got to be knocking on 70. He got to be knocking on 70. And he was hopping around on stage like he was 10. He 80? See what I'm saying? See, that time I was under his age. Rod Stewart is 80 years old. First of all, that was a good wig. Because his hair looked the same. And I know good and damn well your 80-year-old ass don't still have a head full of hair like that. But it's a good wig. Rod Stewart sang Forever Young, which I think is very apropos. Because his ass was jumping around on stage like he was 20. Okay. And I love how in the middle of Forever Young, he did an ode to his Scottish heritage. I thought it was good. I was here for Rod Stewart. I love me some Rod Stewart. Let me tell you, that Forever Young is one of my favorite Rod Stewart songs. And it's another one he sings. It's a ballad. Is it Have I Told You Lately That I Love You? Is that Rod Stewart? Is Have I Told You Lately That I Love You? Is that Rod Stewart? Y'all tell me if that's Rod Stewart, because that's it too. If that's Rod Stewart, that's the other one I'm thinking about. I'm done with You, Really Be. That was a good. It was a good wig. You never got into Rod Stewart or Phil. Oh, baby, I love me some Phil Collins. Now that's my man, 50 grand. He can't. He's sick. He's very sick these days. I saw a recent video of him, and he walks with a cane, and I think he has arthritis really bad in his hands. You know, he was a drummer, so I think he has arthritis in his hands really bad. Baby, I love me some Phil Collins, baby. Ooh, I love me some Phil Collins. How can you not get into Phil Collins? Oh my God. Yes. Phil Collins is my man, 50 grand. Okay. So that is I did not expect this to take an hour to talk about the damn American Music Awards. But y'all know I get to run in my mouth, child. I go left, I go right, I go up, I go down. Let me see if I can get through some of these other stories really quickly before we get to, we're going to talk about, we're going to get into, we got to talk about the Chrisleys. We got to talk about the Chrisleys, and we're going to talk about Kevin Liles. So let me get into a couple of quick ones before we get into those two stories. Jaheim was arrested on May the 1st, the singer Jaheim, for animal cruelty. He's been charged with not providing enough water and a clean sanitary space for his animals. I didn't want to go any deeper than that because that hurts me to hear about animals being abused. So that's just, he was arrested and released. ICE is on, so in Politricks, ICE is on Martha's Vineyard. ICE is on Martha's Vineyard, according to damn it. Okay, sorry. Because I wanted to say Anna Navarro, and it's not Anna Navarro, child. It is not Anna Navarro. Let me see here. Hold on. Lord. I don't know why I'm doing. I screenshotted it. I don't know why I'm making myself difficult. Anyway, ICE is raiding Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket looking for illegal immigrants at the beginning of summer vacation season. Many businesses are shut down because of the raids. And this is according to Black Press USA. Hold on. Listen, again, very strategic. Because they ain't gone down to the Hamptons. They ain't gone down to the Hamptons. They went to Martha's Vineyard. Okay. Moving right along. NPR is also suing that dude that they call the president. Okay. Moving right along. Child, they've been down to the inkwell. They said that schools are closing ranks. And, you know, they have a lot of like Jamaican immigrants, Caribbean immigrants up on Martha's Vineyard as well. Right. Yeah, they definitely ain't been down to Mar-a-Lago, child. Moving right along. Okay, so let's get into it. Which y'all want first? Y'all want the Kevin Liles story, or y'all want to talk about them Chrisleys? Let's get the Chrisleys out the way, child, because I feel like we're going to be on Kevin Liles a little bit longer. Let's get the Chrisleys out the way. Right before I went live, child, it was announced that Donald Trump is going to be pardoning the Chrisleys. Todd and Julie Chrisley are going to be pardoned. Let me read y'all this article. It's coming from Newsweek. The White House announced Tuesday that President Donald Trump intends to issue full pardons to Julie and Todd Chrisley, the reality TV couple best known for their show Chrisley Knows Best, which chronicled their affluent lifestyle and close-knit family dynamic. The pardon comes despite the couple's 2022 federal convictions for orchestrating a scheme to defraud community banks of over $30 million through fraudulent loans, as well as charges of tax evasion for concealing income while flaunting a life of luxury that included high-end real estate, designer goods, and lavish travel. In a social media post, the White House said Trump personally called the Chrisley family to deliver the news, quipping, "Trump knows best." And then it just goes on to talk about their show. In 2022, Julie Chrisley was sentenced to 7 years in federal prison and Todd to 12, with the couple also ordered to repay $17.8 million in restitution. Prosecutors revealed Todd had previously filed for bankruptcy, walking away from over $20 million in unpaid loans. Although a 3-judge panel from the 11th U.S. Circuit of Appeals upheld their convictions last summer, it found that Julie's sentence was improperly calculated and returned her case to a lower court for resentencing. The couple has maintained their innocence and filed appeals while continuing to attract media attention for their support from fans. Okay. Savannah Chrisley pushed for Trump's pardon. Margot Martin, special assistant to President Donald Trump, posted a video on Twitter of the president calling Savannah Chrisley regarding the announcement of his pardon for her parents. Martin posted, Trump president called Savannah to inform her that he will be granting full pardons to her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley. Savannah Chrisley, who spoke at last July's Republican National Convention, and another sibling could be heard in a video thanking President Trump. In February, Savannah told People magazine she was hoping that Trump would pardon her parents. I know that I'm going through the proper channels to do so, and I'm going to bring as much awareness to it as possible because these things should not happen. We thought it was going to end differently, she continued. We had lawyers who told us it was going to end differently. We stood on truth. We stood in what we knew to be the truth. We saw the corruption in Fulton County. We saw how the judge handled the case. We just saw all of it, and we're like, there's no way it's going to end this way. But it did. Y'all, we should have known. Yeah, he can't pardon him from state charges. So you know what, Chris Tiss? That's a good point. Trump can't do nothing about the state charges. So whatever state charges they dealing with, they still gonna be dealing with it. But baby, we should have known last week when they announced that they were getting their show back. We should have known there was some shit in the sauce when it was announced that they were gonna get their show back. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw. Hold on. Chloe can get back to living her best life now that her grandpappy is coming home. Todd's jail husband better play his position. Thank you for the super chat, Sebastian. Hey, Nay. Hey, Boo. For all the people that's been asking about Benji, I called Janae today when we talked, and I told her that the people have been asking for Benji. So she said she took some pictures and she's going to upload them. You got to put them on your YouTube channel, Nay. Nay has a YouTube channel for her and Benji. So Nay, put your link in the chat. So if people want to see those new pictures of Benji, they got to go over to your YouTube channel and they got to get the new pictures of Benji. Okay. Yeah, I remember she spoke at the RNC with her "Make America Great Again" hat on. I mean, I knew they were trying to get the pardon. I mean, I'm not shocked that they got the pardon. I'm be very clear. I'm not shocked. Okay. Okay. What's this? Somebody shout out to whoever just sent this to me. If you in the chat, they just sent me the Todd Chrisley stuff. And like I said, we should have known when they announced that their show was coming back. We should have known. Because we talked about that last week with the show. And I was like, well, I used to enjoy this show, but I won't be watching it. And I'm still not going to watch it. But they definitely got a storyline now. They definitely have a storyline now with them getting out of jail, baby. Oh, they're going to have a story to tell, honey. That's gonna be chronicled. That's gonna be the whole show. Anyway, let's get into this Kevin Liles of it all. Now, y'all don't know who Kevin Liles is. Kevin Liles he used to be the head of was the Universal Music Group, I believe, and that abruptly retired. Remember, he abruptly retired like 2 weeks after Diddy got arrested. And remember, at the time, we thought it was very, very, very interesting. And since then, he has been hit with a couple of lawsuits alleging sexual misconduct on his part. But this came to my attention today. So we're going to read through this news story that has, and it may not be new, but it's new to me. So let me say that. Are y'all familiar with Lady Luck, the rapper Lady Luck? I don't know if you guys will remember. The rapper Lady Luck. Lady Luck, her aunt actually was the founder of Sugar Hill Records. If y'all don't know the history of Sugar Hill Records was the first rap label, whatever. With the Sugar Hill Gang and all of that. So that was her aunt. She was signed to Kevin Liles, to Def Jam Records. And at the time, Kevin Liles was the head of Def Jam Records. So she was signed to Def Jam Records when she was 17 years old, when she was still in high school. A few years ago, they had a documentary. I mean, they had a reality show. The kids of her, I think her name was Gladys something. They had a reality show a few years ago. It only lasted for one season. But Lady Luck has since accused Kevin Liles of impropriety. Now, remember, she's not the only person that's accusing Kevin Liles of impropriety. Let me be clear. She's not the only person, okay? But let's read through her situation. I want to read y'all a statement that Kevin Liles put out today, May 27th of 2025. Now, it's a long statement, so I need y'all to bear with me. It's a long statement, okay? 3 weeks ago, I received a letter from former Def Jam artist Chanel Jones, aka Lady Luck, and her legal team threatening to publish a book and file a public lawsuit riddled with utterly false and horrendous accusations if I did not pay them $30 million. Now, that sounds very familiar. Does that not sound very familiar, you guys? Yeah, allegedly he's over in Bali with Russell. Does that not sound very familiar? Pay me or I'm going to publish this book. Okay, we're going to keep reading, though. Let's keep reading. Ms. Jones threatened to allege that almost 26 years ago, when signed as a recording artist to Def Jam, she was groomed. Ms. Jones also threatened to allege and expose myself to her and pushed her. I promise y'all I'm reading exactly what it says. I'm going to read it again. I'm going to start from the beginning because I promise y'all that's exactly what it says. Ms. Jones also threatened to allege that I exposed myself to her and pushed her head towards my genitalia in an attempt to force her to perform oral sex while she was allegedly sitting in the driver's seat of my car. That's a very specific accusation. None of this ever happened. Her threatened allegations are totally false. And they are contradicted by Ms. Jones's many public statements about me and her experience at Def Jam. They are also at odds with her continued outreach and relationship with both my family and me for the past 26 years. Her story is a fabrication. Rather than pay her and her legal team, I am publicly addressing what I view to be an extortion attempt. Now that sounds like Kevin is taking a page out of Russell Simmons' book. Sylvia Robinson, thank you. CEO of Sugar, thank you. Sylvia Robinson, thank you, baby. So the first part sounds like Lady Luck was taking a page out of Cassie's book. And this part sounds like Kevin Liles is taking a page out of Jay-Z's book. But let's keep reading. Now, remember, I told you this is a long statement. He could have ended it right there. I feel like he could have stopped it right there, but he kept talking. It seems Ms. Jones hopes to leverage the current news environment to pressure me into writing an exorbitant check in order to avoid the negative publicity that will likely result from her false claims. I intend to vigorously fight any complaint she may file and will take whatever legal action is necessary against her and the attorneys who have participated in this attempted shakedown. Here are the facts. I signed Ms. Jones to Def Jam in 1999 after hearing her rap at Hot 97. As I have always done, I gave a talented young artist an opportunity with a lucrative deal, access to recording studios, and introductions to the most popular hip-hop artists of the time. In fact, she was featured on one of the hottest remixes of 1999, Simon Says, and on Symphony 2000 with hip-hop giants. Ms. Jones had a monthly column in The Source and an in-depth feature story in The New Yorker. She has previously acknowledged the efforts made to help her career. She has talked about the fact that I introduced her to one of the most prominent managers at the time, but she declined to work with him. Unfortunately, Ms. Jones's career never reached the heights she or I hoped, and she asked to be released from her contract with Def Jam a few years later. In many interviews, she has blamed many people for her failure to become a household name. Following her departure from Def Jam, Ms. Jones regrettably turned to a life of crime. Over the years, she has been incarcerated and described herself as a 3-time felon. Her criminal history includes felony convictions for first-degree armed robbery and heroin distribution. In interviews, she has admitted to committing several other crimes and lying to the court to combat the charges. Her history as a self-described criminal is well documented. Despite her history with Miss Jones has asked, I've tried to help her with her career. In interviews over the past 2 decades, she's spoken highly of me, noting that while at Def Jam, I treated her like my stepdaughter. As recently as last year, she reached out to me and asked for help with distribution of a new single. After connecting her with the head of my former distribution company, she did an interview stating that I was helping her with distribution, describing it as full fucking circle moment. In another interview in February of 2024, Ms. Jones said, I love Kevin Liles. I just spoke to him. In a 2020 Instagram post, she posted a picture of us with other artists writing, Throwback Thursday, happy birthday, Kev. Could have wrote a paragraph, but I already told you the other day. In another 2018 post, at the same picture, she wrote, these men in the pic introduced me to the world. She has said she misses Def Jam. She has also had a long-standing relationship with my family. She has called my mother mom, my father pops, and my sister sister, and a lifelong friend, regularly telling her she loves her. Miss Jones was in communication with my sister as recently as March of 2025, given her history with my family, and it was shocking that she has now fabricated these claims and demanded $30 million. Her claims are untrue, and you don't have to take my word for it. Numerous witnesses I told y'all this was long. Numerous witnesses can clearly refute her made-up story. And consider what Ms. Jones has said herself. In 2016, in response to a direct message and a video recorded interview, Ms. Jones stated she had not had any negative sexual encounters with an older man when she was young, and that any negative encounters were with boys because boys are nasty. When we were younger, boys, you know what I mean? Boys, you know, they like to touch you. I might have my babysitter's brother, but you know, he might show his privates. On her own podcast in 2022, she stated, I know victims of child abuse. I know people who were touched by pedophiles. And you know me, myself, I was just always the older boys messing with me. You know what I'm saying? So I can't. Again, on her podcast in 2023, in a conversation about molestation and sexual abuse, she tripled down saying, me personally, I never, from older guys. The only reason Ms. Jones has changed her story is because she is seemingly hoping to extract a payday from me. In short, her claims are outrageous, false, and easily disproved. Again, he could have stopped there, but he kept talking. What's going on in the chat? Oh, Lord, y'all argue. Okay. While it might sound surprising, I empathize with Ms. Jones's struggles. She has often spoken about her long history of substance abuse, addiction, and mental health challenges. She has vented frustration and anger towards many individuals, including her own family, for the fact that she has never achieved the level of success she desires. She has spoken about generational trauma and talked about attempting unaliving herself after being ridiculed and ostracized following a high-profile rap battle against another female artist. It is well documented that the recent loss of her mother has taken a significant toll on her. After trying to piece together what could have triggered these false accusations, I've been deeply alarmed by the many media interviews she participated in where she appears high or intoxicated. In August of 2024 interview, the interviewer seemingly muted her microphone as she detailed her use of Molly, mushrooms, and a bunch of drugs, child. In that same interview, she opposes the practice of, I don't even know what the hell that is. I don't even know what this is. Astral projection? Let me Google that. I don't even know what that is. Can we take a pause for a Google search? Hold on. ASTRAL projection? Emotional out-of-body experience in which a subtle body known as the astral body of light. Hold on. Okay. It looks like it's a practice of outer body experience, I guess. Child, okay then. Moving right along. Still, despite her extremely hurtful and false accusations, I pray for her healing and well-being. Regardless of my empathy for Ms. Jones, I will not be extorted, nor will I pay $1 to those that threaten to ruin my reputation or the legacy I intend to leave to the culture I've spent my life serving. I will meet these false allegations and any frivolous lawsuits filed against me with all the tools that the law provides. My attorneys will be handling it from here. It has been a difficult few months for my family as we fought the false claims made against me, but I will continue my work to uplift and serve the culture and community. So let me share something with y'all. So first of all, this isn't the first person to accuse you. So why is this the one you choose to address? You didn't address none of these other people with all of this. Why are we getting why are we getting this soliloquy? This monologue? Why are we getting all of this, sir? You didn't do all of this. You have at least 2 other lawsuits against you right now, accusing you of sexual misconduct. I ain't see all this energy. But it gets worse. Let me show y'all what this man did. I ain't gonna call him a fool, child. Let me show y'all what this man did. Let me share my screen with y'all. Lord, it's taking forever for my screen. Okay. Y'all, not only did he write this is what I just read. Not only did he write this long, that is what I just read to y'all. Baby, he started a whole website called Lady Luck's Own Words, where he proceeded to post everything that he just detailed in that long ass letter. Here go her Instagram post. This is the article that she said that was written about her. Y'all, do y'all see how old this article is? That is from her high school graduation. This article was written when she graduated from high school in 2000. Y'all see this article? Then it talks about, here's an excerpt from an interview that was published. And then she's posted, and then I guess these are the interviews he was talking, these are the clips from the interviews he was talking about, where she's talking about, drug use and things of that nature. Like, listen, y'all, this is all the stuff he was, okay, Vlad TV, so y'all can go over to Vlad TV and hear what she had to say. These are all the clips from the interviews where she never said anything bad about him. These are the pictures from Instagram where she wished him a happy birthday. Here's where his dad passed away and she sends him condolences on the passing of his mom and dad. These are other pictures that she put. I guess that's his sister. All of this, y'all. All of this. Screenshots of messages. Pictures again where she posted, I guess, made comments under his post. Like, y'all, all of this. Is that Diddy? Oh, no, that's not Diddy. All of this, y'all. Y'all, this man created a whole website dedicated to proving that this girl is lying about him. Or this woman. She's a woman. all of the excerpts from interviews where she says nice things about him. Then he gets into her criminal history. Why is this man posting her criminal history? Y'all, this is a whole, I'm still scrolling. I am still scrolling. I am still scrolling. I'm still scrolling. I'm still scrolling. Sir, you put a whole lot of energy into this. And I'm not saying that means you're innocent or you're guilty. But what I am going to say is you put a whole lot of energy into this. And y'all know what that makes me think. And listen, I'm about to be very careful about what I'm getting ready to say. But y'all know what that makes me feel like. Because remember, he's got at least 2 other lawsuits that we've talked about on this channel. I didn't see you putting that much energy into those other 2 lawsuits. Y'all know what that says to me? That them other 2 cases might be true. Because here's what I feel like. Oh, Lord, I'm about to knock over my microphone. Here's what I feel like. If Abby accused me of stealing and Tracy accused me of stealing, and I really did steal from Abby and Tracy, but then Don accused me of stealing, and I didn't steal nothing from Don. I'm going to argue about that one. Now, I might not give Tracy and Abby too much pushback because I know in the back of my mind I did it, and I'll be like, you know I ain't do that. Abby, you know I wouldn't steal from you, girl. Tracy, me? No. Right? But if Don came up, I'd be like, I ain't take nothing from you. Now you tripping. You tripping. You know I didn't steal nothing from you. Y'all, he put way too much energy into this. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what he did or what he didn't do. But if I were a defendant in one of these other cases, if I was the lawyer in one of these other cases, baby, I'd be like, why he trying so hard? Because he ain't said shit. The other cases, he's letting his attorneys handle. We ain't heard shit from them cases. We read those cases when they were filed, and we ain't heard shit else. He ain't said nothing. But this young lady, and I'm not saying that means he did anything. I'm not even saying that he's guilty or innocent. But this young lady she didn't file a lawsuit. She threatened to file a lawsuit. And you create a whole website. So do you know how much energy? Hold on, I'm going to share my screen again. Do you know how much energy you had to put into this? Somebody, I mean, I'm sure you paid somebody to do it. Do you know how much energy you had to put into this shit? It is a whole website, and it is the website is called, if you type in LadyLuxOwnWords.com, that is the website. He bought a whole domain called Lady Lux's Own Words. Yeah, he bought a domain saying Lady Lux's Own Words. Then he published this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5 paragraph statement. Yeah, that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of energy just to say I'm not guilty. And yes, I agree with Chuck. Shutting up is free. Shutting up is free. That's a lot of energy to say I'm innocent. Yes, Casey, this is about Kevin Liles. Now I don't trust no one that looks like Russell Simmons. See, on that note, I'm about to get up off of here. I'm not doing this with y'all tonight. Now, it's 260 of y'all in here. I hope we got over 200 likes. If you haven't hit that like button, if you could do me a favor right now, please do that. Please hit that like button. I would appreciate it. I want to thank everybody, Cross Country Cruiser. I want to thank Yemeni Suarez for the super chat and for the gifted memberships. I want to thank Chanel for the super chat. I want to thank Sebastian for the super chat. I appreciate you all. And remember, you guys, donations are not required, but they are accepted. So if you want to Cash App a sister, by all means, the Cash App is Really Be the Podcast. But you could, you know what? Hitting that like button is free. It's free 99. It's okay, Casey. You good, boo? You good? You fine? You fine? Girl, the Diddy tweets today was good. Child, let me tell you something. That lady said Diddy kidnapped her. We might just have to do a separate epic. Hey, what's up, Father? I was talking about your girl earlier. I was talking about Janet. You wasn't here. I was talking about Janet. That's another Janet stand right there that just slid in here. Oh, it's pronounced Jamie. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'll say it right. Our mom was doing a reading and I was mortified by that stuff. I'm going to have to go back and listen. I mean, I caught some of the tweets earlier today. I know that I was watching Pam for a while today too. I'm sorry, the Janet fan. My apologies. But I was watching Pam earlier. Y'all, these stories, listen, if somebody don't make a movie, I know they better. Somebody don't make a movie, I know they better. Anyway, let me get, you know, they just extended her residency in Vegas. You better get out there. They just extended that residency, honey. All right, y'all, let me get up off of here. I appreciate y'all. Again, don't forget to hit that like button on your way out the door. Tubi is probably on that child. I do not want I don't want no Tubi version. I want like the Ryan Coogler version. I want a real producer. I want a real producer. Bye, boo. Yeah, we may do a Diddy. Oh no, I don't know if I'm gonna be live tomorrow because I'm hanging out with my cousins tomorrow. So I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be live tomorrow. I'll probably be live Thursday. So maybe we can do a Diddy conversation Thursday. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you for the super sticker. Mwah! Thank you, guys. All right, y'all, let me get up off of here so I can. Now I'm gonna go back and watch the Judds so I can take notes. I'm gonna rewatch it from the beginning so I can take notes. Okay, and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay. All right. Review Armand's review and members only. Why I gotta do it in members only? Oh, you just want me to do it in members only. Oh, I thought you were saying maybe he might flag me because I wouldn't play his content. I would just give y'all know there's certain people I don't fool with. I don't have a relationship with Armand, so I definitely wouldn't play his content. No, I wouldn't play his content. I mean, I would just watch it and give y'all the notes. And if I did, I would just do a little quick clip. I wouldn't. I don't have a relationship with him like that. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.